Hello and welcome people back to Let's Play Folklore. Now this time around, things got really odd when it comes to the side quests, because they actually appeared before I even went to the netherworld, as I mentioned before. And there are two of them. Well, no, there's gonna be one right now. And another one which is a DLC, if I remember correctly. Yes.
Oh, alright then.
And then there are, I wouldn't be quite so weirded out if there were actually only those two quests unlocked for this level that just unlocked before, because, well, we've seen what happens towards the end, right?
Yeah.
But no, they actually unlock more quests when you enter the netherworld, so this is just confusing.
I like that the reward for this quest is a page in the picture book of the dungeon that we've long since finished.
Yeah, that's just how they do it. But yeah, we actually learn more backstory on Lulu, or Morticia for short.
Yep. How the hell did she get in here is the question. You
Ah,
know, unless she killed herself, I guess, but...
This actually explains that to a degree. A few priestesses live in the world today, but they don't say no priestesses.
Oh, hey, I called that. So Lulu was a messenger the whole time.
Yes. Like we assumed, she was the skeleton. Ellen just ripped the clothes off, and because of which she got herself into a tight situation in the court.
Ouch. I can just imagine the hedgehog laughing evilly after saying, well, she wasn't as strong as you were.
And doing like this nose thing.
Yes, exactly.
But yeah, this is also another occasion if you haven't gotten um, eh, the electronic lamp, the electronic fighter lamp. Well, if you have collected all of the folks from the endless corridor, but haven't picked up the electronic fighter lamp, you can pick him up right now. They actually replace pretty much every enemy in this room from now onwards. Thankfully, none of the monsters that were in this room were any, so to say, any special. That's what you get. I was just kind of checking out what it did, and it's exactly the same as the other folk we got.
Yeah.
Though it does seem to explode on impact as opposed to exploding when the timer runs out, which may actually make him more useful. Or like maybe put them in a combination, one after another. I will have to actually check that. I'm gonna slightly slow down the frame rate there.
And then you saw that electrical field and you're like, oh.
I was actually kind of wondering if how the combo system worked, and as it turns out, it's like, say, I do 2 strikes with Puke, then I will follow with the Gabbled. That will actually cause Gabbled to skip his first 2 strikes and go straight to the 3rd and 4th one.
Neat.
Yeah, so I can do like 3 strikes with Puke because he's super fast, and then immediately go to the you know, electrical field attack.
Just ignore everybody.
Ah, he zapped me. Asshole. Here I just kind of lost my way as to where did they go. But thankfully, you going back into a room doesn't actually count as you messing up the labyrinth. So here I also managed to show off that when you clear the labyrinth faster, as in don't make any mistakes, you do actually get go through the rest of the dungeon faster, because it just kind of skips one of those sections where you have to absorb the book or not absorb the book.
Right on.
Mm-hmm. And that one fell from the ceiling. Perfectly
and face
fine.
through the floor. Yeah.
Classic Gorslax.
He was playing Tales of the Abyss. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, now because I have done this whole place correctly, it just leads me straight to the place with the save point, which normally I would have to go through the exact same through a location that's exactly the same as this one without a save point, and well, go through the entire trial of absorb the book first.
Without a save.
Without a save point, yes.
Ellen is not logical. Got it.
Nope. Well, I mean, we know she's a lot more emotional than, say, for example, Keats.
Yeah.
Who's all about the facts.
Bugs are always helpful.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna go to the next line, Nico? There you go.
From time to time, I have to make sure that everything's recording correctly, you know? Wow, the encoding in this location just looks awful.
Oh, look at all that honey.
It's probably the honey. So yeah, those are pretty much those are Lulu's memories. Now this raises a question of if Alan knew her, if Alan didn't know her, how you may ask like, if Alan never knew her with what was established towards the end of the chapter, how are these memosites over here with all of those memories? I guess it makes sense because well, Lulu, same as her, was actually a messenger, and also you never actually meet Lulu in her yeah, you never meet Lulu in her form, either in as a soul in another world or a folk or anything like that. So it's possible those are just like like we've learned before, nanosites are just recordings. They don't function like they don't exactly function like real humans.
I think it's, or at least my interpretation of, you know, the whole scene that was established. I think it's more that Ellen was able to subconsciously call on all the other dead people because, you know, she knew them. But
Yeah,
she could
possibly.
she couldn't physically find Lulu because, you know, Lulu was gone, first of all. And second of all, uh
She
never
never
knew
knew.
her. Yeah,
Exactly.
but I think what I think that because Ellen is still a messenger, she can still find other people's memories. She just can't like
She
make
can
it hit.
envision a person who she never met before.
Yeah, exactly. Which is why, you know, Lulu's not popping up here. She's just talking to the bugs. So.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, Lulu's getting really fucking philosophical on us. Jesus Christ.
Well, I mean, this is why she's in the den of the atheists like Charlotte.
So now we have the littlest atheist and the biggest atheist.
Mm-hmm.
I like that all the denizens of the Netherworld are like, yeah, there's no logic to this place. It just kinda is.
She didn't function here because, unlike you, she was logical. And now we get a little bit, a little extra.
Oh, hi, Keats. The fuck?
Exactly.
The hell are you doing here?
Like in your house and everything.
The real Netherworld is my house.
Yeah, it kinda sucks.
Okay, Keats, you're clearly from another video game entirely. How the fuck did you get here?
I mean, I guess he just couldn't sleep. Run out of booze. But yeah, I actually really like his approach to this. because he doesn't deny he doesn't deny either one of the theories, whether or not it's something mythical or scientific. It's just there may be something in between.
I like that Keats never really takes interest in the giant glowing circle in the middle of his cave, by the way.
Well, it just is there. And here I just decided to include me getting the folks that I missed on my first go through. Now I'm just kind of going around, looking at all of the mandragoras. The first time around, I entered from like the north of this place, so they were actually next to the doors I entered through. They tend to do that for some reason, but as you see, the one that I'm going to attack has like a very slightly lighter glow to it, or rather it sparkles from time to time, slightly lighter. See? And it's the different one.
It's the Poliwhirl.
It does look like a very sick Poliwhirl. And weirdly enough, pulling him out doesn't actually pull out any of the other ones. Whereas if you attack one Mandragora, all of the other Mandragoras are going to be like, "Come at me, bro."
Right.
And here is the first room in the Tower of Sin, the clock tower. I just decided to come here because because there was a book page that I missed. And also, I was going through the entire dungeon to just kind of see if I was able to do the side quest with for the cloak. Right. But no, you actually do have to you do actually have to do it in your second run, which kind of sucks, because I would like to have it already.
You have to collect all of the clothes.
Well, I mean, I'm going to be getting those from doing like the side quests and stuff like that. I'm also going to be getting those for collecting every folk in the game, because, well, at this point I may do that.
Yeah, you might as well. You're pretty much there already.
Almost there, yes, exactly. And if I'm not mistaken, Keats gets like the spiffiest costume ever.
He actually has clothes?
Yes. And those are the most absolutely aggravating monsters you have to deal with. They're only weak to sleep. But that's not what makes them annoying. They're very difficult to fight, and the moment you defeat a single one of them, all of the other ones run away. So, what you have to do is get behind something or really far away from all of them and do the minigame. It took me so many tries. I never want to do this again. It's like every time I go through this location, I just completely ignore them. Or just use a teleport.